Whew, a little bright this morning. Let me adjust this light while everyone's hopping in. What's up, Brooks? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sarah, I have not sent your Bennu pin yet. I will send that out this weekend. No, I'll send this out tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. I'm shipping Wednesday. I will ship it Wednesday. Good morning. Good morning, Mark. Something on paper. Talmax, Patrick, Lavalette, Evan, everybody. Yeah, I just didn't want you to think when I put up that review that, hey, that's giveaway this morning. So for those of you just joining, I have a Bennu Scepter giveaway, and Sarah's going to review the Grand Scepter for us. Morning all, new pin day by tonight, out for delivery. What you got, Gumbo Man Pat? What's on the way? Yeah, I'm not going to buzz cut my hair. I have an official haircut this afternoon, but this is just bothersome now. So, hey, Elizabeth. Yes, you have to review that in a tiara. Bork and Bork, thanks for the 7-month subbing. You're awesome. Yeah, so today is haircut day. Me and my son Tyler getting haircuts. And I figure it's now or never where we live, right? Like, hang on, this is bugging me. So it's, the haircut places opened up in late April, and I'm just like, no, that's a hard pass for me. I'm just gonna wait, and they're still open, still going. We're still in that phase of opening up to where everyone's in masks. They only allow the client in who's getting their hair cut. And, like when me and Tyler go, one of us will be sitting in the car while the other one's getting their hair cut, stuff like that. So with the way the coronavirus is picking back up, this is probably like our last opportunity to get our hair cut for quite some time. Because I'm not gonna risk that. Like, I don't care enough. Like, I make fun of my hair, but I will really just keep growing it out. Before like really risking it. So, we're gonna do it today. So we'll have a haircut for the time being. It's really bothering me, as you can tell. But if I couldn't get a haircut, I'd just cut it off myself or whatever. Like, I don't really care that much. So it all grows back. We're getting back into high school Brad hair now, where I had it like all to the side and whatever. Except I'm way balder now. So anyway, that was enough hair chat. Talmax, did you get that AC fixed? Yes. So it was a small issue here with the AC, just like some compressor part or something. Very minor thing. So we're back to normal AC, because that would suck today, because it's like 90 and 90. It's like 90 today. 90 degrees, 90 humidity. So it was really very cool. Yay, good morning, Miss G's Crafty. What's up, Tony? Hooray for working AC. You definitely know. The shirt. Yeah, this is one of the old school Howler Brothers shirts with the orange trim and the orange pockets in there. Yeah, I don't wear this one as much because I've worn it so much, but you just gotta roll with it. Meeting ended early. Yay, Foolish Fox. Hey, good morning, Man Sedan. That's a cool name. Gumbo Man Pat, Platinum 3776 Century, double broad in Laurel Green. So are you going to keep that double broad? Do you like just having that big nib, or do you have future plans for that? Not that you should. I'm just wondering how you, if a double broad is like a standard rider for you. Studio Neat just launched a Kickstarter for a new pen. It's very cool. I'll be backing that later today once we get off chat. And then my friends at Ugmonk also have a launch of some note cards coming up here in about 2 hours, which I've had preview samples of both of those. I'll post them up on Instagram later today, probably tonight. I have a bunch of things going on between this stream and haircut time. So like these next 3 or 4 hours are jam-packed for me. And then later this afternoon, I'll give you my thoughts on the Studio Neat pen, the Ugmonk analog cards, which are coming out. I'm probably not supposed to say the name yet, but it's pretty easy. And then we'll talk about them in full on the podcast tomorrow. But I'm gonna back both for sure. Really love larger nibs. First double broad, no plans at the present. They're great. That you like. Those platinum broad nibs and double broads. I really enjoy. Platinum's nibs are so good. They just really are. Power Belly 51. You didn't get a full alert. I'm sorry, so I'll give you one. Go Power Belly. 17 months. Thank you so much. We're getting emotes every time someone renews their sub. So thank you Power Belly. So yeah, two little chat items before we get into something I want to talk about today. One, let's take them one at a time. One, are there WWDC fans who watched yesterday, and were you happy? Like, I haven't read a thing. I don't know. I've seen some screenshots about like widgets and crap. That's about it. So are you Apple fans happy with what took place yesterday? And then we'll get to the second question. A foolish fox interested in the concept of a rose gold nib. So we have a lot of follow-up foolish fox on that conversation. It turns out it's pretty normal for that to be how rose gold nibs are made. So I got some links that some listeners shared in the chat with me. So we'll talk about them. So I think the one we posed last week is what is happening here is really just a marketing thing. So basically we got marketed to on that post, and I didn't know enough about it. But now I have a bunch of links to say, hey, this is actually how rose gold is made. It's not even special. Like, this is normal. So we'll talk about that. So WWC, the Apple stuff looked good. Everyone pretty happy. Pretty happy with what's happening. So yeah, that's cool. I'll probably catch up on that stuff this weekend. I just hadn't had time this week. So, Android totally did them first. The widgets and stuff. But, I just haven't read into it. But it seemed to be generally positive. Like, I follow all the tech people, and I'm very interested in the technology, just not day one, right? I'm interested in Sailor, Wicked Witch of the West day one, not iOS day one. But iOS is like a big part of my life, and Mac OS is a big part of my life. I just don't need the day one hype train for that. I'll figure that out later. The pins, though, I need that day one information. Second question, did you catch my pin cleaning stream on Instagram Live yesterday? That was something new I'm going to try to do, at least until I can stream more from home. So I had fun doing that. It was kind of a trip. My hair was a wreck the whole show. It was hilarious. I think you can still go see it on IGTV. Not that you'd want to. You don't care, Tony. But I should do that more, because that's one thing I actually can do from my house. I should do more just desk streams. I want to do a handwriting one, which is hard not having two cameras for a handwriting stream, but we might be able to figure something out. But I would like to just pop in on Instagram every now and then while I'm sitting at my desk writing something, and we can just chit chat about like the stuff on my desk or like cleaning pens. So I had a cool setup yesterday. I had 3 shoe boxes stacked, so my camera would be at eye level when I was standing up. So that was fun on my kitchen counter. But I enjoyed doing that. That was fun. And a bunch of people stopped by to say hi. Elizabeth stood off to the side, like being all shy. Hey, Elizabeth, I know you're watching this morning. So she likes to be on stream, but I gotta drag her in there. But yeah, it was fun. So I'll try to do that. It's cool to do that like once a week or so, at least until I'm streaming at home. Streaming at home update. I am on the sales pitch list now for the new fiber company that's laying fiber at home. So the sales rep will be calling me soon. I can't wait for that pitch. They're going to try to sell me telephones and TV service and all that stuff, and I just want all your fast fiber. I don't care what it costs. Give it to me. No, it's not a deal if I pay more for phone and TV that I don't need. It's not a deal. So I'm just preparing for that. So hopefully I hear from them this week. They said it should only be a couple days, so we'll see. All right, so we caught up. We caught up on all the things. Oh, man sedan. This is off topic, but I'll tell you what I want. I want a Kaweco Supra made out of the same plastic as a regular Kaweco Sport. That might be pretty cool. Good morning, Cocolina. So I'm about to review the stainless steel Supra. I haven't really tested it out yet, but I have it to review. Oh my God, me too, Coco. Trust me. And yeah, that would be a pretty cool experiment. That would be neat to see. It needs to be like the Twisby Go version of the Kaweco lineup, right? It needs to be the fun, silly thing that they make. Because I don't know how well that would do as like a traditional product line product, right? But if you could make the Kaweco Supra Go in plastic, that would be pretty cool. I would be down for that. That would be a silly pen. And yeah, they should just do that. I like that. I like that thought a lot, actually. All right. I got one box to open today. Is that it? Yeah, just one. And it's the reship of the Blackwing sharpener that I reviewed 2 weeks ago. So I told everyone on the podcast, Blackwing reached out to me after the review and wanted to send me a replacement because they think they got a bad batch and they're trying to figure it out. So when we were talking about it last week on stream, Mike Inkdependence was in here, and he's made the comment multiple times about people saying reviewers always get the best stuff, right? Reviewers always get the best model, like the perfect situation. Of course, no one's going to ship them a bad product, and like that's not the case at all. Tessa, 10 months, thank you. You're awesome. So that's just always a running joke with us, and I think it's funny. Except this time, Tony's exactly right. They said, is it okay if I test this one before I send it to you? So this time, I got the unfair release. So this better be good, right? Like they said in their email to me, I'm going to test this to make sure it's good before I send it to you. So of course, I got played favorite on that one, right? Like I would have to order another one from a retailer just blindly to get an untouched one. This one came from Blackwing's office with Blackwing testing it before they sent it to me. So let's be very clear at what's in this box. So if it doesn't work now, like we're done. Like they have a real problem on their hands. But I fail to see how they have a problem on their hands when they have so many positive reviews. But I have gotten a number of negative reviews about this product, saying that they experienced the same thing. Tina's review on the Well-Appointed Desk last week mimicked mine exactly. She's just much nicer than I am when it comes to reviews, but her experience was poor, and it was all the problems that I had with mine. And I don't feel like it's an outlier what I was experiencing. Off topic, what's the pocket knife? It is the Benchmade Proper with a red G10 handle. It is my favorite knife. So there you go. Love it. All right. Hey, Brad, thanks for giving this sharpener another chance. So there you go. We're going to see. We're about to find out. So my little note from Blackwing. All right. So the packaging, everything about this is what you would expect from modern Blackwing, right? They're doing a really good job. Like I'm good with all the fancy marketing Blackwing's doing. Some people don't, not really in our circles, but some people don't like the marketing aspect of besmirching the original Blackwing name and all that stuff. So cool box, cool packaging. So it's a great little dude. You want him to be good. It's $20, so for a sharpener that's pretty expensive. So hole in the top. I'll just unscrew it to show you all the inside real quick. So it's a nice little metal. I guess these are aluminum containers. So you screw that off, and then you pull out the blade. It's definitely been tested, which I can tell like it's a little dirty, which is fine. So yeah, and then it just sits, and then this collects all the shavings on the inside here. So it's a neat setup, and yeah, like I like it. So what was wrong with the first time? It sharpened it all jagged, right? So I brought my Bearloo pencil case today, threw it in my backpack. So what would happen, I don't have a bad one here to show you, but let me show you the difference between a good sharpen and a bad sharpen. So what would happen on the old one, this case is really fancy, Foolish Fox. I'm very proud of this case. Sorry about that. My pencil case hit the sound thing, but it was cool though. So what happens is, so when you sharpen a pencil, let's see if we can get this in here at all. You want this to be smooth. This exposed cedar should be smooth and not jagged, and the lead should be smooth, right? So what happened with the previous sharpener, it was all jagged and rough on here and jagged and rough on the lead, and it just didn't look good, which was disappointing, because part of the joy of a pencil is its aesthetic, right? So it's going to function fine as long as the lead's exposed. It's going to write, which is fine. But we're buying pencils these days partially because they're aesthetic. You buy a special sharpener because you want to have like this really pleasing sharpening experience. So when you don't get that, it stands out more than when you do have a nice sharpen. So, morning, Aurelius. So this looks like a good candidate to try to sharpen. This is a Blackwing, the 16.2 Ada Lovelace edition, one of the best editions. It's already got a short-ish point. It's dulled out pretty well from me using it. So, I mean, let's give it a shot. So it feels smoother just in how it's working. So this one you just twist in here, right? So it's all the way sharpened, all the way done, and it's just nails perfect, right? We expect perfection out of this one. I'm gonna flip on the side. This one, because it's really not coming up well. So it's completely clean, completely well sharpened. I know you just can't see this well, but I'll take some pictures. I still have some of the ragged edge ones that I sharpened from my old sharpener. Well, I have the old sharpener. I could run them side by side. This is a completely different experience than the last sharpener, right? Tip is sharp. It's concave like it's supposed to be. Maybe it's better if I do it like this. I got too much in the background. There you go. So you can see how clean and nice this is. And if you go back and look at the gray Blackwing 602 on my review, you can tell a massive difference. So this is the expectation of what we had when we're buying it. So yeah. But as much as like I will praise them for this, right? But I have to go on that review and say Blackwing tested it before they sent me, so I better get a good one, right? But this is their expectation of what the sharpener should do. I feel very pleased with this. This is a good job. So, you know, it's if you have, I asked Blackwing, what should readers do if they have a bad one? And they said they want them to work through their retailers because they're trying to sort out what the actual batch was that was bad. So if you have a bad one, reach out to your retailer. Blackwing will replace it, no questions asked, but you need to go through your retailer so they can track what happened. And that's what that's what they don't have a definitive answer for. They're not saying this group is definitively bad. They're saying there's a bad group. We're trying to figure it out. So you should let them know. Because this is the expectation. I'm happy with this. We're good to go. Like, this is a super nice point. This looks like this is very Pollocksy, as Tony would know. It's very, very good. And first try, right? So I've had multiple bad experiences with this sharpener. This is a good one. But also says you and Blackwing with what that sharpener should do. Well, I'm not totally sure I understand the comment, Beth. I always try to agree with what the story the product's trying to tell me, right? So that's how I will judge the product. Is the product doing the thing that the product says it's going to do, right? Whether I agree with it or not, right? I could dislike how this pencil sharpens from a style perspective, but I could say it works perfectly as intended. Is that what you're saying? Like we're on the same page, right? I don't have to. Here's a perfect example. I don't have to love how Bennu pens work or how they fit for me, but I can love how they look and understand. Like I can rate them for what Bennu is trying to accomplish with their design and say, yes, they executed their vision perfectly, even if it's not for me. Yeah, that's what they're trying to sort out. Foolish Fox, they definitely somewhere somehow there was a QC problem, and they're trying to nail it down. So Pollux is still better, exposes more of the cedar. I agree completely, Tony. Pollux, I don't have a Pollux sharpened in here. So the Pollux is about halfway between these two exposed distances, right? This is a very long point. That's probably from my KH20 desk sharpener, and then this is from the Blackwing. The Pollux is going to go somewhere right in between those, right, Tony? I'd say that's right. Yes, we agree on how. Yes, yeah, we're in agreement. I just want to make sure I understood you correctly and was gonna answer you correctly. So there's a pic in the link that the Boop shared. So the bad picture with the gray 602, the white pearl in that picture is a Pollux. So you can look at that. So I'm sorry, the black MMX is a Pollux. So this picture. So whoops, wrong cam. Is this a difference between good and unusable much more than is a difference between good and unusable much more significant than good and slightly off? This is more slightly off than unusable, right? This is, you're not gonna be able to see this on stream, but this is the bad Blackwing on the bottom here, the bad Blackwing sharpener, and then on the top is a Pollux. And Thor, you can look at the cedar and see how the blade handled it to where it's ragged on the bottom and smooth on the top. So that's what and then that's the length difference in the that I was trying to explain, that Tony was mentioning. The exposed cedar length is longer on the Pollux, which I prefer. Podcast Planner, have you had some bad pencil products? That I haven't experienced, but I haven't bought any recently either. So yeah, that's a yes, it's carved up more on the top in that image. That's the Pollux sharpener, which looks like this, but this isn't a Pollux. It looks like this though, and it's $30. The Pollux is the most unreasonable looking $30 product you'll ever have, but it's the best sharpener. Who makes these little keychain dealers? I don't think is this a Pollux? You can't. I don't know how to tell. I don't use this one as much as the one I know is a Pollux that's on my desk. This is just like a generic keychain sharpener, I think. And this is $20. That's really expensive. And I'm telling you, the Pollux is $30. So that's outrageous. That's like a luxury sharpener. So now we have, this will be the third entry into that photo. This is what the Blackwing's supposed to look like. Foolish Fox, do you mean on the bottom? The bottom or the top? Because they both should be concave in the sharpen. So like this angle should be concave from the paint to the tip. Both of them should be concave. M&R makes the keychain one? Okay, cool. So they should both have concave. The Pollux, the Blackwing's trying to mimic the Pollux, I think is the easiest way to say that, right? It's just a shorter cedar sharpening length, shorter display length, but they're both trying to have a concave. That's an aesthetic thing. I'm going to update the previous review. So I already put one update saying, hey, Blackwing's reached out saying there's a QC issue. So now I will update it with this and with new pictures. And I will be very clear that Blackwing manually tested mine before I sent it. I have to, right? I do not worry about buying from Blackwing. They've been consistent. So here's my thing with Blackwing, and I said it in the review. I've never had a problem with their pencils. Like, bar none. I've never had an issue with the pencils. Where Podcast Planner's saying that they've had some issues with the pencils. I really haven't. They have made some accessory products like their the pencil tip, you know, the what's it called? You know what I mean? The pencil tip thing. That they flat out didn't work on round one. Their pencil case had to have a version 2, I think, pretty soon after. Point guard. Thank you, Tony. For the sharpener, if you buy direct from Blackwing, I would expect that you would get the one that I just got. Anix Stacy, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Appreciate Baron's hair color and Max as well. So I definitely appreciate all that. So hope y'all are doing well. I'm a Blackwing fan. I will. Thanks, Rich. Nice try. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the thought. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. 10 emotes shared. Dang. We're like emote central this month. Is this like the emote month on Twitch? So back to you, Coco. I wouldn't be concerned buying this sharpener now directly from Blackwing. The ones in the wild will be at retail. I would assume Blackwing has curated their inventory to try to figure out what the problem is. Like, are they able to decide that this batch on this date, because they're not marked. There's no batch marking on the product itself, so they're having to decide, pull through orders. So I think if you ordered from Blackwing, I would anticipate that you would have the same experience that I just had with this new one. It wasn't embarrassing. I mean, look at my hair. That's what's embarrassing. Pride Rise. I like it, Jason Maxwell. We got all kinds of emotes now. So there you go. Live update of the Blackwing sharpener. I will go back and update this, and I will post out that I have updated this. And I'll probably say some of the things I was saying to Coco, like, should you be concerned about buying this sharpener? And I think the answer is no. And as much as I want to support my retailers who sponsor me, I would tell you to buy it directly from Blackwing as opposed to through one of my retailers that support me. Does that make sense? Because they don't know the status of these, right? Get a haircut, you hippie? Dude, this is like way too normal of a, like, I don't like this at all. So the haircut's happening this afternoon. So Twitch just drove Microsoft streaming service Mixer out of the market as they are shifting everyone to Facebook gaming. I followed that for most of the day yesterday because I'm interested in the gaming space, not necessarily like my platform, Twitch. That was pretty outrageous, Gumbo Man Pat. I feel really bad for all of the Mixer partners who weren't like the 3 big stars on the platform. They got the rug pulled out from under them. It was disgusting, I think, what they did to them. And there's going to be a fallout for years to come from that decision. I hate it. I hated it to see that. I'm very surprised, especially with the new version of the Xbox coming out, to see them abandon their platform and essentially just hand it over to Facebook. I'm flummoxed. Like, I don't even have words. Like, it was outrageous, and I feel really bad for people's careers that they built in that place to just be dumped like that. They were just dumped. Like, the few people under contract, they got their contracts bought out. They were made whole. Like the big players, like Ninja, Shroud, Gothalion, they got their money. And everyone else got screwed. Every other partner got screwed. It was, I followed that most of the afternoon yesterday because I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's really how it's going to play out? Like, you're just going to dump everybody? You say you have 1 month, and they're closing in 1 month. And they'll help you migrate to Facebook. And if you want to get paid like a moving fee, you can sign this NDA. I would be very enraged if I had some type of clout on Mixer, like a Mixer partner, and had a good following over there and things like that. It was pretty bad move. All right, enough about that. But yes, Gumbo Man Pat brought up something I spent most of my afternoon following, so that was crazy. This every day has been a year this year so far. Every day has been a year. I was exhausted by like 8:30 last night. I was just like, I'm going, like, my wife got off at 8, got home about 8:30. We hung out for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I was in bed by like 9:30, just done. I was just smoked. And I didn't ask for any, like, I don't work that hard. I sit on my butt all day and type words and write with pens. I was just done because, I don't know. Tony says, and this is why you don't build your livelihood on someone else's platform. Yeah, I agree with that in general. All right, see you, Blaine. Yeah, in general, especially like the streaming thing's a little harder, right? Because you can't roll your own necessarily. You can't roll your own platform. But like me, Twitch is an extra, right? So I build my platform around the blog and the podcast, all of which we just independently run. If Squarespace decides to go down tomorrow, I still have my domain name and my content. We just move it somewhere else. Same with the newsletter, same with the podcast. Try to control as much as you can. And that's why, like, I can, like, the people on Twitch or Mixer, let's say Mixer, if they went all in on Mixer and that's everything that they do, then you find yourself in a bind, like Tony's saying. Yeah, YouTubers, definitely YouTubers. And it trickles down to all kinds of different things, like affiliate link bloggers, right? When the Apple App Store took away affiliate commissions, that took like a whole industry out of business, right? All the App Store review blogs, whether you read them or not, that was how they made money, by affiliate links. And Apple just said, we're not going to do that anymore. We're done paying out affiliates. Amazon decreased their percentages from like 8 or 10% to 2 or 3%, right? That wipes out complete categories of business. So that's relying on other people's business models. So try to control as much as you can. That's my pro tip of the day. Let me put this back in the box. But yeah, YouTube's a prime example. YouTube's scary a little bit. Not really for pin content creators, but they just like demonetize stuff randomly. It's weird. I don't understand. I've never been totally understanding how YouTube really, really works. Like, if you're a big time content creator over there, I have no idea. You lost your monetization, Tessa? May I ask, was there a reason? Like, was it like a numbers thing? Like, you have to have X kind of following? Because I know you did a lot of videos. Thank you, Stacy. This OG shirt right here with the orange. I should wear this one more often. Yeah, self-employment's not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, there's huge bonuses. But like, my situation is just complete. completely fortunate, with, having a wife with a stable job and insurance. Like, if my wife didn't have those things, I wouldn't be in the position to have quit my day job all these years ago to do this full time. But I couldn't really grow this unless I quit to do it full time. So a lot of people don't have that opportunity. I realize that I'm very fortunate in that. So that's why I always definitely try to help as many people as I can who are in the same situations, because I've got it better than most. I'm not going to deny that. The Jake Paul stuff, that makes sense. Pipe related bids. That's interesting. Yeah. Have you looked at the Ink Institute inks? I have not heard of those, I don't think. If you have a link, go put it in the chat. I'd be interested to see. I don't know that I've seen these. Same with you, Jerica. Oh, Jerica. I just ordered yesterday, and I'm telling you because I saw you follow them on Instagram when I followed them, a reload bag. I haven't listened to that. That's on my list for this afternoon, Coco, to listen to the latest station Tokyo Inklings podcast. So yes, I emailed them because they shared a picture of a camo and orange bag that they customized. I said, hey, I want this bag. Tell me how to run it through the customizer. Tell me what I need to put in the customizer, and I'll order it. So they came back. They're like, do this, and this. So I went in, ordered it yesterday. So yeah, I have a medium pro messenger coming, like fully pimped out. It's like a $240 messenger bag because I added all these add-ons and stuff. The pro messenger. So it's going to be black, olive green. Here, I'll share it with everyone because it's going to look exactly like this one in their feed. Yeah, black owned Philly business, custom stuff. It's very cool. I don't know their. Yep, that was right. All right. I'll give me a second to find the bag. Well, here, we'll just pull it up while I search for it because they're like the knock of backpacks. Don't look at this. If you like what knock does, close your eyes or shut the stream off. Because this is like the Knock Co. If I was making a bag company, this is what it would look like. So here, go follow them. So, look at this. This isn't what I got, but like, oh man, I hate Instagram sometimes. I'm not logged in on this screen. So I'll show you the one that I ordered. It's in this feed somewhere. So it's this one. All right, I'm going to take this down for a second. I don't know what it's going to show. Then none of those were my accounts. We'll put it back up, and I'm going to log into here because it's none of those. I don't even know my password. Where's my phone? I hate how Instagram doesn't let you click on stuff without being logged in. Still better than Pinterest. Hey, look, I have two-factor. All right. There we go. All right. So avert your eyes if you don't want to spend money. So this isn't what I bought, but look at that. Like, they just have so many wild colors. Like I said, if Knock made bags, this is what it would look like. So this is the one that I'm mimicking, is this guy right here. So pretty basic on the outside. It's black all the way around the flat. Black complete exterior. Olive base right here. So this is a separate section base. And then you open it up. Boom. Woodland camo. Safety orange pocket flaps, orange waterproof liner. Schmebelin, thank you so much. 17 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I emailed them and sent them a link. I said, I want to make this bag in the custom thing. And Roland emailed me back. The owner emailed me, said, here's all these drop downs. Put this, 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 and this. And boom, you got it. So I did it. I ordered it yesterday. I'm excited. So my apologies to y'all. Yeah. So I'll have to figure out, I'll have to do some patchwork on the outside like they did. I think that's pretty neat. So mine will be just solid black, right? Like, this is someone's custom bag that they took some pictures of. So mine will be all black when I get it, but it's yelling for a Pen Addict patch and some other patches that I have. So we'll work on that. But yeah, that's what I'm ordering. So scroll through their timeline if you want to spend your money. Like, it's just dumb. Like, look at these bags. It's glorious. Morning, Rewiz. So they also, be careful of the sizes that you order. The size I ordered is medium. Medium is a 22-liter messenger. Medium fits 15-inch laptops. That's a medium. They go all the way up to XL. Some of the pictures of these bags would like cover my entire bag, and I'm a large human being. So be careful if you're looking at these. The sizing is not a joke. Like, I'm trying to see if they have one of the giant ones. Here you go. I don't know if you can see this, but this is like the norm. This is probably like a large, or I don't know if it's an extra large, but it's just a giant. They make giant bags because they were intended to be bike messenger bags, right? For cyclists. Like, I think this is probably a large. This isn't even in the extra large size. So they have stock bags that you can just buy off the shelf. You can just order the colorway that they've made, or you can go through the customizer and pick all your parts, which is what I did. But just my only tip to you is be wary of the sizing. Follow their sizing guidelines, because this doesn't even represent the largest size of this bag, I don't think, based on what I was looking at yesterday. But you just scroll through and you look at the colors, right? It's pretty spectacular. This is my kind of bag, my kind of company. But yeah, like, look, this thing, he could probably sleep in this. They're gigantic. All right, my apologies for spending y'all's money. It's good stuff. All right, the last thing I need is another bag, but instead of buying the Wicked Witch of the West, I bought a bag. So there you go. I should visit them the next time I come. That might be the next show we get to. So do y'all think we're gonna have any pin shows in August and September? I don't think so either, Sarah, or Release. Like, some may try. I agree, it's for the best. I mean, I didn't think so earlier this year. Like, in, May. I didn't see how we were going to do that. But maybe if everything started, everyone started behaving and following things and doing things correctly, there was a chance. And now we've just gone backwards, right? I just think we've gone backwards. San Fran and Chicago are trying really hard. We'll see. I think Mike and I are probably just going to have to say we're not going to Dallas this year. I think we're going to have to make it official. We haven't decided ourselves, but I know we've been talking about it. Because we don't have plans on what our other options are. No way. So, I don't know. Look for that soon, but I think it's time to make that announcement. I mean, Mike can't even travel in for the country, nor why would he want to? So I don't know. I think it's going to be close. I'm not close. We're going to hear soon, I think, about San Fran and Chicago. I would be shocked if they went off. Yeah, so I think that's what it is setting expectations, Evan. Like, I think we were kind of alluding to the fact that we were probably done for the year earlier, and that's when things were looking moderate, not even better, just moderate, and now they're looking worse. Like, I think we're done. Like, my wife and I are starting to panic about our kids' school again. Like, that's just going to be crushing. I just really... I'm very concerned about like the kids' school in the fall. How are they going to really have the education that they need? I mean, they're 11 and 13. They are not independent thinkers yet, right? They need school. They're not college students who can like manage a little bit on their own and do a lot of online work and go that way. You know, they'll be 9th and 7th graders. Like, they need help. And it's not from me. Like, I am a terrible teacher. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a mess. Like, I don't know. It's looking rough. All right, that was my fault for distracting there. Although I guess that means I'm out of things to talk about. We'll go. We can chit chat for a little while. I have a phone call at 11:30. I'm working on a project that I can't. I could talk about if I wanted to, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not done yet. And I have a call at 11:30 to discuss it. It'll be a fun project for the blog if it works out, and we'll see how that goes. Sidebar from that, I paid the invoice for the first half, the 50% of the invoice for the Karen Dash pins, so those are going into production. So that's cool. Initial thoughts on field notes yet? So I don't have them, but I love the release. And we'll talk about them on the podcast tomorrow, why I love them. Chicago usually goes last weekend of April, first weekend of May. So Foolish Fox, you should be good. Unless they really change their calendar, they're always in that first weekend of May timeframe. What is this? All right, that's Coco Lena's ink. Let me pull this up. That's cool bottles. That's a cool color too. Sheer Inks is doing a good job of curating. How do you feel about the Twisby Eco Black? Is that a new one or is that the original black? I just want to make sure I'm not missing something because I'm a huge fan of the Eco. I think it's an amazing, amazing product. Tessa, back to your comment. Our kids generally go back like August 3rd, so that's the calendar we're on. We're on an aggressive. We get out early, go back early. Rich Dicks, Pen Addict, 849. Best Krishna inks. Is it called Jungle Viper? I call it Jungle Viper, the orange and green one, or the green and orange one. I don't know which direction it is. Twisby ALR Diamond Prussian Blue is amazing, and I haven't ordered it. I need to order it. Jungle Volcano. Thank you, Tony. There's a Destiny shader called Jungle Viper. That's the same kind of thing. It's like orange and green and blue. So Krishna Jungle Volcano. That's the best Krishna ink. It's wild. Oh, Rewiz, you have that Jade Vine ink. It's okay. It's soft and less shading than you expected. Okay. That's good to know. Halloween Orange. Oh, the Krishna inks. Halloween Orange. Lyrebird. I haven't tried either of those. Same with me, Coco. I'm waiting for the Prussian. That's my usually my with my relationship with jet pens, I can usually get things like that. But they always launch earlier on other sites, so I just have to wait and hopefully I can get one. Oh, your stub? That's wild. Like we made the comment when I guess last week, I need to order the stub because I realized that I don't have a 580 with a stub nib. Ooh, Becky, that is awesome. Double purple week. So you have them both in, and they're both exceptional. That's very cool. I'm carrying my 823 today because yesterday when I was talking about cleaning pens and I didn't clean this one because I don't want to, so now I have to work on writing it dry. So that's what I'm working on. So that's a lot of ink to go through. So I've been carrying my 823 trying to use up all this ink because I don't really want to clean all this ink out of it. Looking for a dark, rich purple ink, slightly more blue than red. Ordered samples to help you decide, do you have a favorite purple? So, for a darker purple, I'll use Robert Oster Purple Soul. Is that what? I always hesitate on that name because he changed the name. See you, Jerica. I'll let you know when I get my bag. It'll be like 4 weeks. It's custom. So I will definitely be pimping that thing out. The Ackerman Vorhut Violet. Hey, Stephanie. Hi, bye. Tiny Bungbox Sailor Leo yesterday. Which color is the Leo? Because that's what I am. I'm a Leo. Graf von Faber-Castell Violet Blue. I have not tried that one or seen that one. But Vorhut Violet is a dusty purple that I like. I'm trying to think of all the ones that I like. Yellow. Oh, I guess that makes sense. That might be the one I have to break down and get just because like I like some of the other colors, but how can you, if I'm not going to buy the entire series, which there's no way I'm going to do, I have to buy my sign, right? Which would be Leo. Ink of the Witch, only if you put your water drops in it. Sailor Colorado, that's not a bad idea. Well, I'm drawing blanks on some of the other purples that I like because that's kind of the color of purple that I normally use. Inked it with Fuyugaki. Perfect. Orange and yellow are a great match for pens. I think that's a great thing. Just like red and orange for me. Red, orange, and yellow. Those are kind of in my matchy range. I would definitely do those things together. Pucier de Lune. That's a good ink. I'm August 21st. Tessa. It's funny, my entire family's, all 4 of our birthdays are within a span of about 6 weeks in the summer. Roaring Cleaner Cassia, that's a good one. I don't know the sites. Gumbo Man Pat. Foolish Fox, you have Diamine Oxblood, Diamine Sherwood Green, and Waterman Serenity Blue. Yeah, I'd be looking for a purple. Purple would be a good match into there. Yeah, that Ackerman purple's great. Yeah, that's mine. Hey, Lindsay. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, why am I... Oh, I might have some in my book here. Let me see if I got any purples in my book. Probably not. Because I've been using the bright purple. The last purple I had inked up was Bungbox Imperial purple, which that's a bright purple. So that wouldn't really fit what you're looking for. Yeah, I guess I've been more on the magenta kick. So I have Sailor Manyo Akibi in here. I have Mauritius Magenta from Ackerman. And then everything else is orange or blue black. Mostly. Yeah, look at Purple Soul, though, from Robert Oster. That would kind of be my my initial thought. As a matter of fact, I need to ink that up. So since I cleaned out a bunch of pens yesterday, I need to re-ink some pens. So there's some inks I haven't used. I have Mont Blanc Petrol Blue. Has anyone used that? I bought that from somewhere. Any updates on the Pen Addict Robert Oster Blue Black? I talked to Robert and he's slammed right now. So I told him to put me on the back burner. So he's going to work on it as soon as he has a chance. He's one of those people that when he decides to work on it, we're going to figure it out and it's going to be done. But it might take some time for him to get to it. So he just told me how busy he was right now. And I said, look, I'm at the bottom of your list. And we'll go from there. So I gave him more of an explanation of what I wanted compared to what he sent me. So yeah, I like the Robert Oster purples that are darker. They're almost all really, really good. So Purple Jazz or Purple Soul, they changed the name of it. Whichever the current one of those names is probably one of the best ones. But I'm definitely going to continue to work on that Thunder Viking. That's the next ink I want. I have the name picked out for it. So this will be the second one where I had the name picked out before the ink. So that seemed to work well with Fire on Fire. So we'll try it again with this one, even though it's not going to be as funsies as that one was. But I have an idea. I just need to get the ink right. So then I'm not worried about making something like it's like is the name publicly knowable? No, because I don't know if the ink's going to exist. I don't want to use the name. I don't want to mention the name if the ink doesn't come true, because it's for this color. Royal Fire. That'd be great. I will tell you this one will not be on fire. So I will tell you that in the naming. It might have some sheen or something, but it will not be anything on fire. I felt bad after Australia caught on fire, when I named my orange Australian ink Fire on Fire. Me and Robert had to have a talk about that. I was like, dude, I'm sorry for that. My apologies. So, yeah, we had to. I was like, man, I'm feeling guilty. Feeling guilty about that one a little bit. Sorry, buddy. So, yeah, it will not be anything on fire this time. We thought about doing a bright green for like a regrowth type of thing, but he did one on his own for fire relief. Like we talked about doing that, and I said let's scrap that one. You're doing one that's close enough to what I would want, and for the same concept, you need to do that, not me. Not you're the Australian guy. You drive that bus. I forget the name of that one, but it was basically like a regrowth bright ink. So I'm going back to the blue black well now and seeing if we can come up with something. So, and like you think about blue black inks like being solved, and I think they are. So like I don't know that I'm going to come up with something different. By the time I come up with it, it'll be something that looks like something already, but I'm okay with that. A beautiful gray ink called After the Fire. Grays are so difficult. Speaking of grays, a foolish fox, look up Robert Oster charcoal. That's the next ink I'm going to buy. It's purple and gray. That might not be what you want, but since Schmevelin said that, that made me think about that. Have you ever thought about working with noodlers for an ink? No. I'm not really interested in working with noodlers just because their ink consistency is all over the place, and it's purposeful, right? The ink offering is so huge. I think with noodlers, a lot of their inks get lumped into performance buckets that aren't really representative of what they really are, and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, Robert Oster Charcoal does not fit the answer to your question, but it's an interesting enough ink to where it could be. Might have to check that out. But gray inks are one of the hardest inks to nail, I think, in my opinion. What do y'all think is a really difficult color to nail? Like blue black is easy to nail. It's just what your ratio is going to be. So, like, I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel of a blue black ink. I'm just gonna come out with one that I want to use all the time. Gray ink is very difficult, in my opinion. Mont Blanc 90th gray. I bet that looks pretty cool. That's a good combo. Oh, Stacy, what do you think of the dark furniture on Sailors? How does it hold up? I have a little bit of difficulty with the nibs more than the exterior furniture. So I'll get a little bit of what's it called? Like when the metal discolors a little bit, like if silver discolors. What's the word I'm looking for? Diamond Earl Grey is supposed to be very good. That would probably be where I'd start with the gray. I use Papier Plume Oyster. Not patina, tarnish. Tarnish is the word I'm looking for. So on the Black Ion nib, if I don't use that pen for a while, say I've cleaned it and stored it away, I'll come back to that nib and it'll look like it is tarnished. Now with tarnish, you can just wipe it right off. You just need to clean it again and it's fine. So I will see tarnish on the nib plating, but that's plating on top of gold, where I don't get flaking. But the exterior, like the clip and the cap band, I don't get tarnish or flaking. So the only place I've seen it is on the nib. But it doesn't really faze me because I'll just clean it off. The front third of the nib, the entirety of the nib. More where the stamping is. Oops, excuse me. I mean, I've had black ion plated ones for a while, but you know, I don't beat up on my pens either. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up soon. This is a message from for my phone call a little bit later. So yeah, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go do this thing. Chemical exposure in the inks would give it a more chemically exposed environment. Yeah, exactly, Jason. But I was worried, like from Stacy's perspective, if you know, like if I have the clip here and I'm also constantly banging it on my desk, am I going to get any chipping? I've never seen any issue with the external ion, black ion Sailor hardware looking bad. I think, you know, I should probably go ahead and get a bottle of Earl Grey just to base it on like the baseline of inks. Like that's what I'm using, Papier Plume Oyster. Beanie Duck, I agree. And brown ink is an ink I want to find one I love. And I've tried. I've got a few. I want the most, with brown, I want a simple, straightforward, traditional, chocolatey, bare brown. Not toffee, not anything yellow, orange, or red. Just straight up brown. And everything I tend to get is too light. No issues with your Imperial Black. Had it for about 3 years. That's great. Yep, I agree with that. You want your brown to be sepia? See, that's a completely different classification for me. SBRE Ackerman is red-ish brown to me. I have not tried Waterman's brown. That would make sense to try, though. I like SBRE brown, but that's not my ideal relationship brown. Yeah, like I want milk chocolate brown or darker. So see, y'all are giving me all these I need to try. I haven't tried any of these. Like I've tried a bunch of the Sailor and Bung Box ones, and they are all too light. Like I've tried the eels and one of the other ones, and they're cool inks. They're very cool. I just want straight up brown, leaning towards dark brown. But no reds, no oranges. So I'll poke around some browns. I'm with you, Beanie Duck, on that one. That's a tough one. All right, I'm going to wrap this one up so I can go take this call. It's something important for me that I want to do. So I just got a message, and we'll do that. That Pelican Topaz, was it Topaz? It was not good. Smoky Quartz, it was too light. That was baby poop brown. That's not a category I'm into. All right, we'll talk to y'all tomorrow on the podcast. We'll talk to you Thursday on stream. And we'll figure out some more stuff soon. All right? Y'all are awesome. Hey, haircut today. Be there. We should stream it. I've loved my new music recs. Beanie Duck, I thought of you this week when my new discovery list on Spotify came through. It had all these new recommendations based on some of the things I was listening to. It was great. All right. Bye.